Good morning students. Today we will discuss about classification of crystalline solids into conductors, semiconductors and insulators. So last class we have seen origin of energy band formation. So depending on the width of forbidden gap, solids are divided into three types. One is conductors, semiconductors and insulators. So in conductors, there is no gap between valency band and conduction band. They overlap on each other. In semiconductors, there is a small gap between valency band and conduction band. Next, in insulators, there are large gap between valency band and conduction band. So what is meant by valency band? The valency electrons is filled in the valency band. The band which occupies valency electrons is called as valency band. The band above valency band, the topmost band, we call it as conduction band. Okay. Now we'll discuss briefly about conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Okay. Now if we start with conductors. So what are conductors? Here there is no forbidden gap. So here what happens is valency band and conduction band overlaps on each other. So there is no forbidden gap. Forbidden gap is 0. So what happens? Electrons in the valency band freely move from valency band to conduction band. Next we know metals means metals are good conductors. Metals have plenty of free electrons. So these already see here, they can move freely from valency band to conduction band. So plenty of electrons are available in conduction band also. Here these solids, these conductors are good conductors. Means they are good conductors for electricity and they are also good thermal conductors. Next, see here, for conductors, as the temperature increases, conductivity decreases. Because as temperature increases, collision between electrons increases, which causes resistivity. So as resistivity increases, conductivity decreases. So the examples of conductors are aluminum, copper, silver, gold. All these are good conductors. Next, see here, if we go for semiconductors. What are semiconductors? There is a small gap between valency band and conduction band. Now, at low temperatures, means at 0 Kelvin, see here, there is no electrons in the conduction band. Only electrons will be present in valency band. So, at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, in case of T is equal to 0 Kelvin, at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, they act as insulators, no conduction. So, they act as insulators. At T greater than 0 Kelvin, what happens? They act as, see here, at high temperatures, T greater than 0 Kelvin, they act as conductors because electrons move from, they will jump from valency band to conduction band. So when electrons are moving from valency band to, this is the valency band, when electrons are moving from valency band to conduction band, it leaves a vacant space which is called as hole. So in semiconductors, charge carriers are both electrons and holes. Now as the temperature increases, so as the temperature increases, what happens? More electrons will jump to conduction band. Means it increases conductivity. As temperature increases, conductivity increases. Examples, good examples for semiconductors are silicon and germanium. The energy gap of silicon is 1.1 electron volts and energy gap of germanium is 0.7 electron volts. Now, if we go for insulators, this is the third type of solid, insulators. What happens? Here there is a large band gap between valency band and conduction band. So we know that at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, always conduction band is empty. Valency band is filled. But here due to this large gap, the electron will not jump from valency band to conduction band that much easily. At room temperatures, conduction will not take place. So they act as electrical insulators. So even at high temperatures, valency electrons are unable to jump into conduction band. Okay, so these are not at all good conductors for electricity. Examples are glass, mica, ebonite, rubber, wood, glass, diamond. Okay, so the energy gap of glass is 10 electron volts and energy gap of diamond is 5.7 electron volts. So this is about conductors, semiconductors and insulators. So based on forbidden gap, they are divided into three types. Thank you.